afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that you have invited a woman with disability today to address you all means a welcome change. It also means empowerment of women and inclusion. I am Swarnalatha, founder and managing trustee of Swarga Foundation. I was born and raised in Bangalore, and I made Coimbatore my hometown from last 12 years. I had a great professional career working with companies like Mitsubishi, ITC, AXA and Audi. I worked in cities like Bangalore and Bombay for many years. Unfortunately, while working with Audi in Bangalore, while I was also heading customer care for Audi and executive assistant to the CEO, I was diagnosed with a very rare disease. One day, I was neck down paralyzed, and for 5 days, the doctors didn't tell me the diagnosis while I was still at the hospital because doctors were too scared. When we sneaked into the reports, it said multiple sclerosis. We Googled and found that multiple sclerosis is a disease of central nervous system which affects the brain and spinal cord and makes the person completely disabled. It affects more women than men. The ratio is 3:1. It's a Westerner's disease, and it mostly hits in the prime of your youth, when you want to study further, when you want to go for higher studies, get married, fall in love, have children. So it's that prime time in your life. So for me also, it was like, I also came to know that it's a fatal disease also. There's no cure. But I felt that at some point in my life, if doctors had the courage to tell me, it is okay that we can deal this together, I wouldn't have been in this condition today. I wouldn't have been in this much worse condition. Initially, the thoughts of suicide came. I wanted to die because morning I was 100% okay. I started earning at the age of 14, taking tuitions, making arts and crafts, and 18 I had a full-time job because of my family circumstances. And here I am 100% dependent on somebody. At that time I was 29, married to Guru Prasad, and I had a son who was 2 years old. And this disability made me feel that I can never be useful to anybody else. The feeling of frustration, depression are indescribable in words. Despite that, I thought, let's give life another chance. Let's see what I can do with the life, I took it positively with the support of my husband, and I used to sing earlier. I continued singing, and I have recorded 2 songs. I have done few shows also. I'm a motivational speaker. I hold a Asia Book of Records in motivational speaking. I have delivered more than 350 talks across the globe through various forums. I'm also an avid photographer. The pictures that I've clicked have been displayed in various international exhibitions and sold. Some of the videos that I've shot and edited have won prizes, and I regularly write short stories and featured in online forums, and some of them are there in the book form also. I'm a winner of, I'm the finalist in Mrs. Coimbatore beauty pageant and won the title Mrs. Confidence. All the beauty pageants that I participated against able-bodied individuals, not with people with disability. And later, I was invited to participate in Mrs. India Beauty Pageant South, which was held in Goa. I won the title, and I also won the title Mrs. Popular. And as a disability rights activist and an inclusion leader, I became a social entrepreneur. So my husband, Dr. Guru Prasad, and I started Swarga Foundation in October 2014. This is our 9th year of journey in serving our communities. So Dr. Guru Prasad is an engineer. He holds degrees like MBA, PhD in supply chain management, and he's done his EPGP in IIM Calicut. With his experience and my expertise, and also a little bit of common sense, we started Swarga Foundation to create awareness, inclusion. We work on projects like accessibility, rehabilitation, and counseling. So we've always wanted to give back to the community from where we came and the community we currently represent. We came from the community Indian Railways. My father is an employee of Indian Railways, and my husband's father is also was also working there. Coincidentally, Guru and I met in railway colony. We fell in love. We got married. We've taken so many free train rides. So it's our time to give back. So what did we do? So how can we club disability and Indian Railways? So most of you have seen Coimbatore railway station, which was built in 1862. It's 115 years old, 150 years old. And we got the elevator in Coimbatore in 2018, which now on a daily basis, 5,000 people use it. And from last 5 years, at least 10 million people have used this, and we've changed lives in that way. And we have also built toilets on all platforms of railway station, which are friendly. So in terms of accessibility, we also made police commissioner's office wheelchair friendly. We built the ramp, 40 feet ramp, parking space, and toilet for people with disabilities. We have provided wheelchair. Now there are people with, with disabilities work in police commissioner's office. So on our ongoing project, which is work in progress, we are converting all police stations and police establishments in Coimbatore friendly for all people with disabilities, including hearing and speech impairment, visual impairment, and senior citizens and pregnant women. And this project is one of its kind in whole of India now. So currently we are done with 9 police stations. So what we are doing is we are installing ramps. We have given wheelchair to all police stations. For hearing and speech impaired, we have displayed the number of sign language interpreter plus our number, so that whenever a person with hearing and speech impairment comes to the police station, they can always get in touch with sign language interpreter, because police are not equipped to handle this. And for people with cognitive disabilities, they can always get in touch with the special educator whose number has been displayed. And for visually impaired, we have made it a mandatory policy to give all the FIRs in the format of Word or PDF, so that it can be converted from from text to voice. And we also made 10 government schools in Coimbatore wheelchair friendly by providing ramps to the classrooms and wheelchair friendly toilets, so that children with disabilities have access to education. What is good about this project is it helps also teachers with disabilities. These schools are centers for public examinations also. So these are our 3 important projects: Saukhya, I'm Special, and Sarathi. I'll take a minute to explain. So Saukhya Pain Rehabilitation Center sees around 700 patients per month, which is approximately 40 patients per day. So what we do is we provide complete rehabilitation here in a holistic approach, which means we provide physiotherapy, Ayurveda, and counseling services. So we have seen so many people who have come literally on wheelchairs and bedridden. We have seen them talk, walk, and get back to normal life. They have been integrated into social life after taking therapy from us. So Sarathi is India's and Tamil Nadu's first taxi service for persons with disabilities and senior citizens. So Sarathi Max is a Tata Winger which comes with a ramp, toilet, sofa cum bed, television, hot water. This provides hassle-free travel for all the passengers, and it also provides dignity, comfort, and safety. So Sarathi Mini is used for intercity travel, and it's a Maruti Eco which comes with a ramp. AM Special Calendar Series. This is also first of its kind in India. Every year we come up with a new theme like adaptive sports and youth empowerment, women empowerment. So what we do here is we feature 12 persons with disabilities in our annual calendar, which is tabletop calendar, and this becomes our major fundraiser. This is also to create awareness about disability and inclusion and to generate respect for people with disabilities. These are our smaller projects, which is, first one is Twinkle in a Wrinkle. We have adopted 6 government-run senior citizen homes where we have provided medical support and individual exercises and group physiotherapy support. So there are about 250 inmates in these homes, mostly abandoned by their families. Swastha is our monthly outreach program where we conduct camps in rural areas or target a specific crowd, like we did 2 camps for bus drivers and conductors of TNSPC. So our next camp is going to be for the Barbers Union. So we identify our potential beneficiaries from this camp and then follow up with the other doctors, experts. So Lakshya is our, again, India's first rifle shooting training provided for persons with disabilities. Here, out of 15, 3 are women. Right now, we have won in the district level, state level, zonal level, and we have also reached nationals. So next month, 4 of our shooters, parachuters, are participating in nationals with the hope that someday we are going to make our Tamil Nadu proud by winning in Olympics. So a lot of people ask me, how do I deal? I think this applies to everybody. How to be successful is another question. So I think for me, meditation plays a very important role. It helps me calm down, balance my emotions, and healthy lifestyle. Wake up at a certain time, sleep early, eat the right food, and I definitely ask for help when it is needed. I don't shy away because I've thought that, okay, I have to do this work, I have to get it done, no matter how I have to get it done. And then gratitude definitely plays a very, very important role. Although today I'm almost 90% disabled. There are only 2 fingers in my right hand which are functional. Despite that, there are a lot of things that I'm grateful for. One is I can think on my own. I can still smile on my own. I still have the courage to sit and address 10,000 people. So I think that is not very usual thing, very common thing. So I'm really grateful. I'm like you saw, I play multiple meaningful roles. I'm also mother of 2 children. My children are toppers in their school. They're national level sports persons in various sports. So it's not been an easy journey for me and my husband. So, but then despite all this, there's a lot to be grateful about. So, and I've accepted, yes, I can't do a lot of things. Okay, I can't go outdoor and shopping. Why not try online shopping? I can't sign anymore on the checks. Why not try online banking? There are a lot of options, if you want to do certain things, then there's no excuse. Yeah, I can always ask, what's your excuse? And then a lot of youngsters tell me that nobody loves me, that guy doesn't love me, this girl doesn't love me. But why are we seeking approval from others? Do you love yourself enough? First, I love myself enough. I love myself a lot. Despite that, okay, I cannot do a lot of things, I'm still loving myself for the things that I can still do, right? So we are always talking about disabilities which are visible. Let's talk about disabilities which are invisible today. So I'm sitting, for an example, I'm sitting in front of the TV and I ask someone to get a glass of water. I'm asking them to get a glass of water because my legs are not functioning, I cannot walk on my own. But the person sitting next to me is also asking a glass of water because he's lazy, right? So laziness becomes an invisible disability. Like that, similarly, you have ego, you have arrogance, you have lack of willingness to learn, unwillingness to unlearn, a lot of things that can make you disabled also, and lack of communication skills is also one of the greatest invisible disability currently. So considering the amount of invisible disabilities normal people have, I think my disability is nothing, right? So you guys have to work on that. So I've received more than 40 awards. Some of them are national awards also. And the most important one recently I received from Tata Steel Foundation, which is Changemaker Awards. So why is it we have to, in our society, nobody wants to do anything without getting anything in return. So why should anybody help anybody? There are a lot of reasons. I'll just tell you a few things. One is by finding solution for the problem, you are not part of the problem anymore. You become a change maker, you become a leader, you become a role model to somebody. And you are eligible to so many awards, rewards and recognitions. People treat you as a sensitive and humble human being, a responsible citizen. And you are underestimating the power of spending of persons with disabilities. Nobody is looking at this area, When you see this picture, the first one with walking stick was taken in 2012, the walker in 2014, and the one on wheelchair was taken on 2016. When a normal person sees this picture, they will only see that how my condition has deteriorated over the years. But as a person who runs a startup, this is a golden opportunity. This photo is full of opportunities. See, as a person who manufactures something, you can manufacture a wheelchair. You can manufacture a rollator, which is a walker with the wheels. You can manufacture a wheelchair, and then you can, start a clothing line for persons with disabilities. It's not easy for anybody. If you have seniors at home, you will know how difficult it is for them to wear clothes. So you can, start a clothing line for people with disabilities. You can use us as models for your products. But then where is the inclusion coming from? There are a lot of ads having people with disabilities, and they're successful ads. Why don't you think about us? So there's a lot to do, people are sitting on a wheelchair. One of the prime reasons why I participated in beauty pageants is I wanted to add glamour to disability. Anyways, after sitting on wheelchair, people are going to look at me and say, "Ayyo, pavam." Instead of that, why not look good? Why not look trendy and stylish and say, "Wow," right? That was the only reason. Yeah, so how can you help is, please build ramps and elevators wherever possible. So recently I went to this function where I was the chief guest and they had put the ramp because I was the chief guest. So there were 5 steps next to the ramp. So when I was sitting, there was a group photo where 15 persons of that Rotary Club came for a group photo. Out of 15, 11 of them used the ramp without their knowledge, which means using ramps doesn't make any person disabled. It only gives you comfort of walking, right? So have ramps wherever possible. Employ persons with disabilities, educate persons with disabilities. We are more motivated. When you hire people with disabilities, attrition rates are very, very low because we don't want to jump jobs. And treat us with respect. We are nothing less than you in anything, right? And please do follow us on social media, give us some likes, pour us some love. We need a lot of encouragement. Thank you so much. So people call us with different names, physically challenged, Divyang, special. So I'm here to tell you that I'm not just special, I'm limited edition. Thank you so much. And I want you to stand once, all of you. because you can stand. Please clap for yourselves, because you can still clap, because you can see, you can hear, you can do so many things, you can think of, on your own, you can smile, and be grateful towards that. Thank you so much again. Thanks. Lovely talking to you all.